Hey, this is Ace Master 135, and you got a Rathalos match on Monster Hunter Try. So before you start fighting the Rathalos, you need to pick out a weapon. You probably should go for the water, thunder, or paralyzing weapon. The water would be most effective, seeing as the Rathalos is a fire type. Paralyzing will. It's not really effective, but it'll give you a better chance of killing it faster, easier, because it'll paralyze it. And Thunder's also effective. Like I said, it's not effective as the water, but it'll be a good type. And also for your armor, you're probably gonna want to pick. You need to try to get armor of all the same type, because that helps. It gets you all your gives you boosts. Gives you more health. It'll give you attack, defense, gives you more stamina, sharpness, things like that. But during this match, I haven't been playing for a while, so the match might not be too great at this point, but I haven't played in a couple months. Probably be doing some more commentaries for this on different monsters. But as we get into this, and also for Cha-Cha, you're gonna want to give him. You want to give him his dances. You're gonna want to give him the recovery, defense boost, and probably attack boost. Also, his attacks you're probably gonna want to match the element of your weapon. But besides that, he can have whatever else you want him to have. In this and hunting matches, you can either kill or capture, but killing gives you more things to carve out of it. So if you need the items from the Rathalos, it'd be a better idea to kill it. But there are some things that you can just get from capturing it. Also, you want to try to complete the subquests. They're gonna help. They're gonna give you the more money. They also give you. Sometimes they give you traps. They give you more rations. Give you more the med packs. Be first aids. But usually the Rathalos will be. You're gonna find it first, usually 3 or 4, sometimes 7 or 8. But mainly what you want to do is you want to get it in 3 or 4, because in this event there's Uragain, you can tell from all the rocks that are around. But you don't want to be fighting the Rathalos with the Uragain around. You want to make sure you have paintballs, and you want to make sure you have plenty of cool drinks, because if you run out and you get stuck in 8 or 6, you're not gonna live very long through the fight, because you're also gonna be getting hurt from the heat and also from the Rathalos attacks. You also need to bring a lot of antidotes, because the Rathalos will poison you a lot. You make sure you bring a lot of those. Besides that, so it's probably going to be in 4. So not 4 or 3. I mean, the weapons that you probably use for the Rathalos, longswords are good, but when you charge up all the way and you do your special attack, it kind of gives it more of a chance to hurt you more. So it's good by yourself, but it's better if you have more people with you. Switch axe, it's not very good just using it if you're just using it by yourself. It's better if you're on multiplayer, because you'll be able to hit it more while it's attacking the other people. Hammers are okay, but I wouldn't recommend it. Sword and shields are really good. Lances are good for just single player. But if you're going to be doing online, I'd recommend using longsword, switch axe, or a hammer. Bow guns, you don't want to really use a bow gun against the Rathalos because it moves too fast. Like that with most of the monsters. Most fast monsters, you're not going to want to use a bow gun on because they'll be hitting you a lot more. It'll be flying around like that and just hitting you all the time. This is taking forever to find this. Yeah, but once you find it, you want to make sure you paintball it because it starts flying away. You might get lost, and then you're going to spend another 4 minutes looking for it again because it's going to keep flying around. But also, you should probably bring some traps with you. I didn't bring any traps with me this time. I forgot to bring those, but you should probably bring some traps with you. Pitfalls work the best. Like I was saying, pitfalls work the best against flying. Shock are okay if you're trying to cut off the tail, but usually hitting the head's going to hurt it more. You also want to bring barrel bombs, things like that. You also want to pick up from the box at the beginning. You also want to pick up a flash grenade. That'll help you a lot. But I have no idea where this is right now. Somewhere around here. There we go. There it is right there. Let's see, like I did, instead of doing that, you should probably just go after it first and hit it with a paintball. But also, if you don't do that, you can look at the shadow on the ground, see which direction it flies. Like that, you can tell it's going to 4. But as we get into this, yeah, you're going to see that I'm going to paintball it really quick. But what I'm doing, seeing as if you go through online and do all this stuff, it'll take a while, but you can get plus armor and plus weapons. That's what I'm using right now, so you're probably not going to want to copy what I'm doing, because if you're just using regular, you're going to get hurt a lot more. You're going to want to stay away and just attack it when it comes down, when it's not moving so fast. Get it behind it like that, just hit it. You're going to want to hit its wings too, break the parts off its wings, that'll hurt a lot. You just hit it in the head and do the subquest, which is cut off its tail. Besides that, like that, you're gonna want to use a flash grenade pretty fast. So, but if you're using a longsword, you're gonna want to use it after you've already charged all the way, so you can use your special attack on it. Like on this, every time the Raven does that, it's gonna jump back and hit you with a fireball. So whenever, if it's, you can tell when it's about to do that, you should probably get off to the side or underneath it, so well, not really underneath it can still hit you either way. But right when it does, you can want to try to roll out of the way, so you can get away from it. But like I said, right now I'm not doing too good. So since I haven't played in a while, I haven't played in about a month or 2 on this. This is my first time playing this in a couple months. But a trick for getting the Rathalos off of you whenever it was attacking like that, you can use a dung bomb, or also you can shake the remote and the nunchuck at the same time. It'll lower the purple bar at the bottom, which will eventually get it off you without it hurting you more. Also, to get if you're stunned, to get off from being stunned really fast, you just shake the nunchuck. You won't be stunned as long, and you won't get out of that. What you're probably going to do here is you just want to try to cut off the tail, but if not, like that, if there are any of the again, I don't really know. Just go with the exploding rock piles. But yeah, you're gonna want to try to get it to go into those to blow it up, hurt it, stun it a little bit before you can go over there and get it, or you can go in there over there and attack it really fast. Yeah, you should probably try to do the subquests first. Like from the tail, you can get a Rathalos ruby from the tail of the Rathalos, but you mainly get that from capture quests, not mainly hunt, not as much hunting quests or killing quests. But if you sometimes when you scavenge from the tail, you'll get the ruby out of it, but it's not very likely to happen. So you're just gonna want to go for the capturing quest if you're trying to get the ruby out of it. Yeah, but if you're just starting off, probably first time fighting this, you might want to go with a paralyzing weapon, not the thunder or water, because periodically you'll just paralyze it and you'll have like 10 seconds just to hit it when it's not going to be moving. So that's going to help you for the first time you do it until like get some better armor and stuff like that. But after that, you're going to want to get the higher armor. You're going to want all of the armor to be the same, so you get all of the boosts, things like that. And if you have enough time or feel like spending enough time on the game, you can get the separate armor, the different armor sets, and they'll have the different thing for each monster. There'll be some that have fire resistance, so it'll be good for using against fire things or water resistance. It'll be bringing your defense and attack up too, which will be good for you. Yeah, if you want to spend enough time going for all the armor sets, you should probably try to get ones, each of one that has a fire, and it's increased fire resistance for the fire, the water, and the ice resistances. But also, playing online does help a lot. It gets you all the plus items, weapons, and armors. And most weapons, once you upgrade them a certain amount of times, you're not going to be able to upgrade anymore unless you have the plus. So it's recommended that you play online with this. Also online, there are two different monsters that you can't normally fight in single player. There's the Devilio and Alterion. The Devilio and Alterion, that's the best equipment that you can get. The armor is the best. Unless you get the Jean Moran armor, the plus Jean Moran armor, and get that up all the way, then that's better than the Devilio. But the Alterion has the sharpness is white on all of its weapons, which, like some weapons, even if they're green, they're not going to cut through certain parts of the monsters. They'll just bounce off. Even if it's blue, some of the times they'll just bounce off. But white will just go through all the time, so you won't have to worry about that. But the sharpness on the Alterion weapons doesn't stay sharp. It doesn't stay sharp very long. So you're going to have a lot of wheat stones or main wheat stones if you're going to be using any of those weapons. But they're also, the attack is the highest. The Alterion armor, I don't know, it's probably better than the Jean Moran, but it's also the hardest to get. Alterion is incredibly hard. It's the hardest monster you're going to fight. Devilio is pretty hard. It's almost, you can't beat it unless you have a group of 4 people, and they have to be good people. But Alterion, you have to have really, really, really good people with you. You're pretty much in an arena, but there's lava all around you. Things like that. So no other monsters can come around. While you're fighting Devilio, other things can come out. Yeah, I should have killed the Rathalos a long time ago. I was like I was saying, I've played this a while. Also, probably would have been better to use a water type instead of just the Heaven's Thunder. Heaven's Thunder is a really good longsword. I recommend getting one of those, but you'd also have to have the plus items. But so like if you beat the campaign on single player, you will get the Barbarian Blade, which is it's what you get for beating the Cetus. It's a water type. It's really good if you get up all the way. But also the Cetus longsword is also a really good longsword. It's the best water one you can get. So I'd recommend getting that one too if you could. But you're also going to need some plus things for that one too to get it really good. But yeah, for the Cetus longsword, it takes a while for you to get it there, but it's really good if you can. So just try to get that up all the way, and it'll be your main longsword. Even if you feel like using if you are fighting a different element, it'll still be really good against it. But like this, you can probably usually try to wait for it to fall asleep, and if you have any barrel bombs, put those around it, and then blow it up. It'll hurt it more. But usually it comes around 8 when it's about to die. It's main place that it goes. Sometimes it'll go other areas, but not usually. But yeah, if you're gonna do this, try to fight some smaller monsters before you get to it.